Hi everyone, welcome to my channel International Storyteller. In this channel you will find true horror stories worldwide. These stories are for entertainment purposes only. In this video, I will tell you the scary and chilling story of Penanggalan. The Penanggalan is a scary ghost or bodiless demon from Malaysian folklore. Malaysia is a country located in the southeast region of Asia. This ghost is also known as Penanggal. The name Penanggal derives from the Malay word tanggal, which means to remove or take off, because the head of this ghost, along with its internal organs, are separate from the body. Malaysian people consider the Penanggal to be a ghost, but the Penanggal is actually more like a supernatural or monstrous creature. This ghost haunts only at night by attacking unsuspecting victims with its horrifying appearance and unsatisfiable thirst for blood. The scary story of Penanggal often warned and reminded people about the consequences of practicing forbidden black magic or the dangers of jealousy about other people. According to Malaysian folklore, the Penanggal is described as a female ghost or vampire-like supernatural creature. This ghost is known for its unique ability to detach its head and internal organs from her body. She has long hair, sharp teeth or fangs like a vampire, a long tongue and glowing eyes. During the day, the Penanggal transforms into an ordinary beautiful young woman by hiding her true form. However, at night or after the sun sets, the Penanggal transforms into a horrifying monstrous-like creature and roams in search of fresh human blood. Most of the victims attacked by this ghost are usually pregnant women and newborn babies. Whenever she went for haunting people, her head, along with all of its internal organs and intestines, were separated from her body and flew through the air. The appearances of the Penanggal, with her head along with all of its internal organs and intestines, dripping with blood and fluids, put extreme fear into those who witnessed this monstrous creature. Those who witnessed this ghost say that only her head and internal organs hanging beneath can be seen glowing with a spooky light. It is just like fireflies in the dark night as the ghost flies through the air. Why does the ghost of Penanggal attack only pregnant women and newborn babies? What is the story behind the ghost of Penanggal? In order to know this, let us hear the scary story behind the Penanggal. The haunting story of Penanggal in Malaysia has been passed down through generations after generations. Most stories of Penanggal were about a ruthless monster who attacked the village people at night. Most of the time, she attempted to suck their blood while they were sleeping. She used her long, sharp and flexible tongue to attack her victims. Then her tongue would cut the victim's skin and suck their blood. Her internal organs, such as intestines, can also act as a means to grab victims while sucking blood from them. She is really attracted to the smell of blood while a woman gives birth because she especially likes to drink the fresh blood of newborn babies. Most of the time, she attacks pregnant women and newborn babies. So pregnant women who are ready to give birth are really a threat from this ghost. Whenever there is a pregnant woman ready for childbirth, the Penanggal would hide on the rooftop of the house every night, and then she would spy on the pregnant woman. She patiently awaited for the moment when women gave birth to babies. As the woman gives birth to a baby, the Penanggal would enter into their bedrooms through the window. Then she would attack them and swallow the newborn baby as a whole. If she can't get through the window, she will try to use her long and flexible tongue to attack its victims. Her long tongue would sneak through the cracks in the windows and keyholes of the doors and search for the pregnant woman or the newborn baby to suck their blood. In Malaysia, people believe that Penanggal are mortal women who practice black magic. To become a Penanggal, a woman must perform a ritual bath in vinegar, with her whole body submerged except for the head. The Penanggal, or the ghostly form of the woman, is active only at night. Once a woman turns into a Penanggal, her headless body begins to decompose very quickly. So she has to soak her remaining headless body into vinegar to keep it fresh or avoid decomposition. After looking for victims at night, she would return to her body before the sunrise. Then she would combine her head and internal organs with her remaining body. Thus, she changed her form again into that of an ordinary woman. She also soaks its internal organs into vinegar to reduce the size so that it can easily be put back into her body. As a result, the Penanggal always carries the smell of vinegar wherever she flies. It is believed that if a woman is a Penanggal in disguise, then she will smell like vinegar. So, a Penanggal can always be told from an ordinary woman by the smell of vinegar. In the daytime, the Penanggal will often try to find work as a nurse midwife because this job gives her chance to look for newborn babies. Another way to identify a Penanggal is that she avoids eye contact when she is delivering a baby. Instead, she may be seen licking her lips, as if she is thinking of sucking on the pregnant woman's blood when night comes. There are some methods that are used to kill or destroy Penanggal. Once the Penanggal leaves its headless body and goes to haunt people, her headless body is left unprotected. If someone found Penanggal's unprotected headless body, they can kill her by pouring broken pieces of glass into her neck hole. When Penanggal comes back and tries to reattach her head and internal organs to the body, all her internal organs will be cut to pieces by the broken glass present inside her body. Sometimes the unprotected headless body can be destroyed by burning it, or by somehow preventing the Penanggal from reattaching to her body before sunrise. To protect themselves from this evil creature, many communities have also developed various rituals and precautions. To repel from the presence of this ghost, they used incantations or the magic spell in their house before going to sleep. But the most common way to protect from the Penanggal includes placing thorny plants around the house. The reason for placing thorny plants is that whenever she tried to enter the house, her exposed lungs, stomach, and intestines will be ripped off by the thorny plants around the house. She is also very afraid of sharp items such as knives or scissors. So pregnant women or women who have just given birth to a baby often sleep with a knife or scissors under their pillows. There are many reports of encountering the Penanggal. In one incident, a young mother was taking care of her newborn baby to sleep. But suddenly, the smell of vinegar fills the air inside the house. The foul smell of the vinegar came inside her room through the window. So, she tried to quickly close the window. At that moment, she saw the scary figure of Penanggal with only its head and internal organ floating just outside the window. Then the ghost, with its long, sharp, and flexible tongue, tried to get inside the room. The mother was shocked and panicked, but she was able to shut the window just before the ghost attacked her and the newborn baby. There are also many other stories about the origin of the ghost of Penanggal. In order to know this, let us continue hearing the story. The story of the Penanggal, or the vampire-like creature of Malaysia, is believed to be originated during the 17th or 18th centuries. Since that time, Penanggal has become a very popular and scary ghost in Malaysia. The Penanggal was also mentioned as a vampire-like creature in a book called Hikayat Abdullah. The book that mentioned about Penanggal was published in 1859. In one Malaysian story, the Penanggal was once a beautiful woman who practiced the art of black magic. She served and devoted herself day and night to a devil. The purpose of the woman serving and devoting herself to the demon is to obtain eternal or lifetime beauty. In order to obtain lifetime beauty, she has to make a deal with the devil, and, as part of this deal, it is required that the woman should not eat meat for 40 days. However, the woman broke the deal and ate meat before completing 40 days. This results in her transformation into a bloodthirsty monstrous creature known as Penanggal. Once the woman becomes Penanggal, every night she flies with only her head and internal organs hanging beneath, leaving her remaining body behind. Then she looked for unsuspecting victim and sucked their blood. Thus, instead of becoming eternal beauty, the woman was cursed to spend the rest of her life as a blood-sucking monstrous creature. In another story, the ghost of Penanggal was originally an ugly, unattractive young village girl. Most of the men in her village avoided her and refused to do anything with her. No man in her village wants to marry her. So she started developing jealousy and hatred for married women. Whenever she saw a married woman living happily with her husband, she became crazy and grew angry day by day. So one day, she went out of control and started brutally murdering many innocent pregnant women. The village people soon tracked her down and brought her to justice. In those days, the village people had their own ways of heavy punishment for murdering people. They hung the girl by the neck from a tall tree and tied her legs to a raging bull. When they let the bull go, her neck broke away from her body, leaving her head and internal organs hanging from the tree. The villagers were very joyful to see the brutal punishment that killed the girl. But what the villager didn't know was that they had unleashed a deadly demon into this world. That night, the girl's head along with the internal organ that were hanging from the tree went missing. Thus, the girl became Penanggal, or the vampire-like monstrous creature, and started haunting the village people at night. Since then, the village people have started fearing of going out at night because they believe that the Penanggal may be hiding in the shadows and is ready to attack and suck their blood to those who cross her.